the Pillage Overload!
Oh, God.
I suck. I can't do it.
Scream it out.
Well, you do it. That's what you're
Welcome
doing.
to Pillage Overload.
Thank you. That works. Now I just need to get the thing to come up so I can see the chats and we'll be good.
Here we are.
Here we are.
How do we look?
We look like we always look.
We look.
Hello, Bobo. Bo.
Hi, Bo.
Tripod's on. Ooh, I'm happy with the coloring this week.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting is fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like it a lot.
It looks good.
Yeah.
We look good.
Save
it.
We
Sexy.
save it, stamp it, and mail it.
Send it.
Arr,
Ship it.
Glenster, what's up?
What up, Glenn?
So, welcome to
the shit show.
Welcome to
show.
Pillage Overload, Season 8, Episode 4.
Season 50.
No, we've
Episode
done that. We've
16.
done that. We've been past that. We move on from that. It starts talking about the episodes.
Oh.
And when we hit episode 100, we could really do that.
We need to give them the actual episode then.
Well, if we're counting down to episode 100, we need to do that. Oh. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Like, yo ho ho, JP Jr., what's up?
Hey, what's up, people?
Like 100 being a special number, we finally hit 100 subscribers.
Yay.
So,
aren't we awesome?
Yes, get your pilot learn on. Turn it down just a little bit. It's a little distracting. It's very loud behind us. We hit 100 subscribers last week after I begged and I pleaded like the pirate I was. So super cool. Thank you so much. We're actually at 102 as we go live. And tonight we do have a little special something. If you are here at the 15-minute mark, the half-hour mark, and the 45 mark, we will give you a special number.
You're definitely special.
You're
if
definitely
you're here
special.
For all that.
You don't have to be here for all three. No, be here for all three.
We have to be here.
We will be here for all three. But we will give a number out at those times. Email us at info@parlay8.com. That number before midnight tonight. And we will email you. I don't think that's going to work.
We
will mail you with the post office. Hopefully they're not a bunch of and losing shit.
Like actual regular mail. You have to go out to the street.
Lick your thumb and put it on the paper.
And go out to the street and open your mailbox and check your mail.
What are you going to check your mail for? It is a 2x2 die cut of our Parlay 8 logo, vinyl, good for outside weather, so stick it on your car. But message us that number when we announce it 3 times a night to info@parlay8.com before midnight Eastern Standard Time, and we will mail you one of these. Snail mail. Yes, snail mail.
Yes.
We will snail mail you one of these with the stamps
Yeah.
we have.
Sorry.
And it'll be a nice envelope. And hopefully the post office won't screw that up. Because I discovered recently that some of our Christmas cards we sent the family did not make it. No wonder why my family thinks I hate them. So, yes, stick around. Numbers coming for us to share. But very, very much thanks. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe! Doesn't do anything to you. Just subscribe. Do it for us. Please.
So we got Etsy drama this week? What's up?
So once upon a time, there was a
land far, far away.
Far, far away. Yeah, it was far, far away. when the plague was upon the economy and we were all trying to do our thing, I had another small Etsy shop called Little Butt Company.
It was so cute.
It was cute. It was a bunch of baby onesies and all this and my non-pirate fun stuff. I repurposed it to sell some of the extra materials and everything that I've acquired with sewing, buttons, materials that I might have bought that ended up not panning out with customers. And I was doing pretty decent, some good sales. And I realized that the bank account that the Etsy was connected to was an account that we shut down during COVID because we did a lot of cleaning up and consolidation.
Consolidating.
Yeah. Well, Etsy requires you to put in that account number for you to get rid of it, to put in a new account number. Well, guess who doesn't have that account number anymore because it's been 3 years.
I can point at her because
Right.
I got nothing to do with this.
You do have nothing to do with that. So
I have nothing to do with this.
So October, I started emailing them because they were like, "Hey, you need to get your account straight. We're going to lock out your account. We're going to, close your account." October, I finally got the shit resolved this past week. After emailing it every time. Hello, Christina. Christina's on.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
After like every week or every 2 weeks, it'd be like, hey, update, hey, update, hey, update. And then I get the whole new person and be like, we need you to answer these questions. I'm like, it's in the email I already sent. So yeah, long story short, I hate Etsy. That's why we have our own website.
And you should hate Etsy too.
Why was a big reason why we moved off of Etsy? Etsy's fees were ridiculous.
Yeah, they raised all their fees and they think they're just too cool now. They got too big for their boots is what they did.
They think they're Amazon.
Yeah. It's not it doesn't have
the lost its feel
crafter small feel anymore. It's the commercial big I'm too big for my boots feel.
Which sucks because Parlay started on Etsy back in 2013. That's where we started the store.
That's where we started selling stuff. And now we're like big time. We got our own website and we got our own Facebook page and
yay.
We're a bunch of badasses now.
Remember to show them pirate gold. Yes, show us gold. Yeah, so yay, Etsy. So that was fun.
It was fun for a while.
It was. And then last week, after Pillage Overload, we went and crashed, and I woke up in the middle of the night listening to somebody whining. Not him.
It wasn't me this
Wasn't
time.
him. Yelled at the dog to shut up, went back to sleep, and then the next morning we wake up and I see our little one, Bonnie, and I'm like, where's Rugby? And Jay's looking, he's like, I don't see him on this side of the bed. Well, the dipshit was outside of our bedroom. We close our door when we go to bed, habit. Well, he decided to explore one of the other rooms before he followed us into our room.
We close the door because we're trying to keep him from exploring the other rooms while we're sleeping. He decides to explore the other rooms before we go to sleep. And he got lost in the mix and locked out of the room. And
twice last week.
Yeah, so.
Twice. The second time was when I got up to go to the bathroom. And I was crawling back into bed and I heard him crying and I realized how muffled it was. And I opened the door and he's just sitting there looking at me like, sorry, mommy.
Boy's got a personality.
Oh my God. He's turning ornery.
You only knew.
He's turning old man. He's turning an old man.
Mm.
So yeah, that was fun. So now I make sure he's in the damn room before I go to bed because that dog, between him getting sick in the room, him and his damn licking, and then his whining, it wakes me up. I got dog mom instincts, so I wake up to that crap. But yeah, that was that. Obviously, last Thursday, when we did Pillage, I was a bit fried. Going back and looking at it, I am completely slap happy in that episode.
We were both pretty tired.
And then I went and took my exam the next morning. God, that was rough. And then, talk about drama. So that was Friday. And then my car overheated on Sunday. Dropped it off to the mechanic Monday, only to find out my radiator's cracked. You guys, you don't remember? Yeah, if you guys remember from our fall episodes, my car was in the dealership for 6 weeks getting the engine replaced. I won't tell you where I think the radiator got cracked. But you can put one and one together and figure out what's at. So, but I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm currently waiting on that fiasco. And to top it all off, thankfully, gratefully, my dad had open heart surgery today. very successful pull through. Now he's in recovery. So
yeah,
silver lining on all the things.
he's doing well.
And that's
as far as we know.
Yeah. Well, my stepmom's keeping me in touch with what's going on. So my dad's bullheaded. I wonder where who might have also gotten that.
I have no idea.
So looking at the silver lining.
Hi.
So in the silver lining things, gotta be positive.
We're getting back into pirating.
Oh my god,
things are moving. Time is moving on.
When's
February is getting close.
And
Polar plunge is coming. It's just around the corner.
We got how long we got for that? Was it 2 weeks?
Week and February 4th. We're gonna be in Virginia Beach. So if you're out that way,
come freeze with us.
Come walk around with us and freeze your butt off and watch a bunch of people really freeze their butts off as they jump into the ocean and plunge.
And we'll
into
have
the cold water.
And we'll put the link in the description again this week, like we have the last couple weeks. It will also be in the newsletter that comes out Sunday. Donate if you're interested.
Yeah.
Special Olympics, great organization.
We're gonna put a link in the.
We'll put a link in the description. I'm pointing down like the description.
It'll be a link down there.
The link in the description, and if you subscribe to our newsletter, the link will be in the newsletter. And I'm sure we have posted it on all our pages. Both says 9 days.
9 days.
9 days,
baby. Yes.
So donate $1 for every day. $9. Just donate $1.
Just donate. It goes to a great cause. And Mr. Willis will be happy.
Yeah.
It goes into
It's definitely close to his heart with that foundation. So we've been doing it with Loose Cannon Company.
We're there to support him. And
2019 is when we started going out in 2019. So I'm just looking forward to it because we get to see our crew. It's an unofficial kickoff.
It's becoming an event.
I mean, you think about it. It was Mr. Brown, Mr. Willis, and then with us four. And then we had Mad Dog with us. Then Bobo and Jacob. So it's definitely coming into a larger thing, and it's great because it's nice to see our crew come out. As it should be,
because it's a great cause, and you gotta support it.
And it's just fun to go out there dressed as pirates and encourage everybody to get in the water.
Mm-hmm. And they love us. And everybody loves pirates.
We go land pirates.
Come on. Everybody loves pirates.
Everybody loves pirates. So that's the fun recap of the last week and what's coming up. And to the glorious conclusion, because we're actually kind of glad this is the last week we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan.
We are.
He's
the man, the myth, the legend.
Been a fantastic subject over the last 2 weeks plus this, but I think we're ready to move on.
Yeah.
Although we do have to say happy birthday to Mr. Morgan because his birthday was Tuesday.
Toast to the captain.
Toast to the captain. His birthday was Tuesday. He would have been still dead.
Really?
What?
Well, yeah. Still dead.
Still dead. And today would have been also the conclusion of his famous Panama raid that he would have started on February 19th of 1671. Still dead. And it concluded on actually attacking the
Hey, if you didn't actually know, he's dead.
Yes, actually, Bo is right. It was a day after, and Bobo, our tripod, our amazing photographer of our crew, her birthday was Monday. So happy birthday, lady.
Happy birthday, Bo.
We'll have to take a shot when we
Shout out
see you.
to Bo.
At Polar Punch. Yay. Big hugs, kisses, and love. Cannot wait. So Morgan's birthday, Bobo's birthday. Bobo's not dead. Morgan is dead. Bobo is vibrant and lovely as ever.
You got me able to say something similar. One's not dead, the other is.
What is it? So Henry Morgan, tonight's episode is about Lieutenant Governor Morgan, the rise and fall of the pirate governor, because it was quite a thing.
So this is a time when we cover him as governor.
Hi, Dad.
After all of his raids and when he settled down, and
we're at the quarter mark too when you finish.
Started drinking like a maniac in Jamaica.
Oh my God! No. Hold on.
Was lieutenant governor, governor, then lieutenant governor, then governor, then lieutenant governor, then governor.
Clunster says you could do a live dead interview with the captain on the Ouija board. No, and hell no. We've seen enough of that shit gone bad.
No.
We are at the first...
Ouija boards are allowed on this set.
We're at the first 15-minute mark because that went fast. First 15-minute mark. Your number is 1, 5, 2, 3. Email us at info@parlay8.com with your address, and we will send you a sticker. And you better put it on your vehicle and send me a picture. I want to see pictures.
We want pictures.
So
proof.
1, 5.
Stick it or it didn't happen.
1, 5, 2, 3. You have till midnight tonight. Send us that. There'll be 2 other times if you hop on later for us to give numbers. So anyway, back to the story.
As we return to our story.
Back to the story of pirate governor, lieutenant acting. But before
oh my God.
I know, I just did the tango.
I can't read this anymore.
Or the manga. Ganga? Tango, Congo.
Beginning.
That side. I made note cards.
My glasses.
I told you I will make it bigger next time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I made note cards, but it's really small for his old man eyes.
He was arrested.
So I think that's the important part we should start with. Is that the man was arrested.
Modiford.
So Morgan came back after the Panama raid, and shortly after he came back, that's when they all realized, oh shit, that the Treaty of Spain was signed. And stop moving.
Sorry.
You might need to tighten these down.
My chair is making noises.
Your chair is making a lot of noises.
So Morgan left Port Royal on the welcome.
God, you're killing me.
That's what my card says.
Yeah,
what does your card say?
My card says you're an idiot.
My chair is like...
Don't do it!
No, it's...
Oh.
It's making noises.
That means it needs to be tightened down. You're the woodworker in the couple here. No, so Panama was over 1671. And then Morgan was arrested in 1672. So a year after he came back from Panama, he was arrested. I'm going to beat you. I am going to beat you senseless. Like they would have done if they threw you in the Tower of London. Like they did for Modiford.
So, no.
Yeah.
No.
So he was arrested in March of 1672. And the only reason why he was arrested was because the Spanish were getting their panties in a twist. Because all of the information was coming back from Panama, from Maracaibo, Cuba, from Cuba.
Puerto del Principe.
Yeah, Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba.
It came from Cuba.
Yeah.
Gibraltar, the whole 9 yards. So
all
that was getting back Spain. Spain was like, ah! So they already arrested Modiford, the one who gave Morgan the commissions and all that. And Spain's like, that's not enough.
And
so
the king said, I don't care.
Yeah, and they're like, all right, fine. It's just, they're like,
knighted him and made him governor. Thanks.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
All within a couple months of each other. So wait, he got back from Panama in 71. He was arrested in 72. He showed up. He was knighted end of 72.
Now, pay attention, people, because it's
gets
about
messy.
to get complicated. Because, look, there were several governors between when we're talking about right now and like the end of his career before he died, and things were crazy.
I mean, when we talk about the rise
In
and
Jamaica.
fall, I
Yeah.
mean, it's not
Like,
just a
it was
cliche.
a roller
It's not a
coaster.
cliche line. It was
It was a
seriously
roller
the
coaster.
rise and fall of Morgan.
Between 72 and 82 when he died, right?
No, 82 is when he was no longer governor. He died in 88.
So
He
yeah,
was kicked
between
out- he was
72 and
kicked out of his
88,
governorship.
like
Yeah.
that's when we're talking about right now. And look, I got one side, two sides.
I'm having deja vu.
That's how much
I'm having
went
deja
down
vu.
between in those 10 years. It was craziness. So grab your chair, get a drink.
I'm having deja vu.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like having serious deja vu right now. It's really creepy.
Okay.
Like everything. It's really wild. Anyway, I never thought I'd have deja vu on live.
I know, right? It's deja vu's crazy, isn't it?
It's I don't like
I've
it.
had it before. It's weird. So anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So 1671, they came back from Panama. Early 1672. So March of 1672, he was arrested. So he was home and in his place for almost a year before he got arrested. And he was sick when he left Jamaica to go to England. And you also got to think the man was acclimated to Jamaica before he went to England. That it was.
So
it
imagine.
Was just, well, hey, what's it like living in the tropics and going up north?
I can tell you. I'm gonna tell you because back in the day, I used to live in Florida. I lived in Florida for like 10 years, and I made the really serious mistake of moving back to Illinois in March. Yeah.
It's kind of like the time frame when Morgan left Jamaica to go back to England.
Yeah. So it was really cold back in Illinois, and I was sick for like the first 3 months I was there nonstop. It was horrible. So I feel his pain.
Oh yeah, he was miserable. Well, you got to think the man has been in Jamaica since 1655.
Yeah, and
since May 10th.
And a lot of
1655.
A lot of people don't realize how far north England actually is. Mm-hmm. If you swing around to this part of the world, it's like up in the area of where Canada,
New
is
England.
at.
I think it's more. Well, maybe that's why they call it England.
It's definitely equivalent to the northern part of the United States. So, if you can equate it to that you're going from, the Caribbean to the northern part of the United States in the early part of a year, not good, man.
If Hannah was on, she'd be able to tell us.
Yeah. So, I mean, think about it that way. A lot of people don't realize how far north England actually is.
Yeah, see, he left Jamaica in April and ended up in England in July. So at least he showed up in the warmer climates, but he was still really back then sick.
It took a better part of 3 months.
2 to 3 months. What we figured
just to get there.
I think when we start looking at a lot of the governors coming back and forth from England and all that, it was about 2 months is what the average was.
Solid 2 months. Depending on the weather.
Yeah. So when he got to England, being that he was under arrest, he wasn't really under arrest. Man, he was able to run free. While Modiford, the governor that had given Morgan his letters of marque, was thrown in the Tower of London. And if you watched anything about the medieval ages in the Tower of London, that is not where you want to be.
Yeah. The Tower of London was around. Yeah. And it was around for a long time. I mean, they used the Tower of London.
Talk about
back in
Mary of Scots or whatever.
It was built back in like the 1300s or something.
I think
it was around for the Tower of London's been around for a long time.
Hi, Mike. Mike McKay is on.
Hi,
Mike.
Hi, Mike. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
We are talking Captain Morgan. He is now in England. facing
the reason why he wasn't jailed though was because they were good old England couldn't keep themselves out of war. They were now in the Third Anglo-Dutch War.
Yeah. So we're in the period of when Captain Morgan, the man, was now
Prisoner.
back in England.
Under arrest.
He had been arrested, sent back to England.
Cross your arms.
To face.
I'm holding your hands. Can you talk? You did this to me, I'd be totally screwed.
Facing charges of piracy, basically.
Yeah.
For if he had been with us, we had talked about his raids and everything. He had done previously to this time.
Mm-hmm.
What he was known for: Panama, Maracaibo, things like that. Now he's facing these charges, so he's now back in England.
But he wasn't jailed because England started getting into that Third Anglo-Dutch War, which third. That's your hint right there. So England was like, shit, we have better things to do, and they needed a hero. We don't have to go in song this week. And then a hurricane hit Jamaica in September. So Jamaica was getting pounded, not only by the fact that Morgan left and they had Modiford was gone. When Modiford left, Vaughan became governor.
I told you.
Vaughan
be paying attention.
Vaughan had issues with Morgan and basically was very meticulous, reversed all letters of marque, basically started hanging all the privateers that they were anything like hinting a pirate. And then all of a sudden the Anglo-Dutch War came. So there was threats from the Dutch, and guess who wasn't around? The privateers. So he had no army. And then Jamaica was slammed by a hurricane. So they were basically fucked.
Yeah.
And not having
Jamaica was.
And the entire time, Vaughan is messaging, emailing. He's emailing.
He's emailing.
He's emailing England. My dear sir, this is what I have to request. He's basically saying we're screwed.
What's the Wi-Fi password again?
1692. So
hashtag fucking
yeah. So he's messaging back to England that, we're having these raids coming. We're screwed here. We're screwed there. Send reinforcements and all that. And because of all this, the king calls in Morgan. He's like, yo, how would you protect Jamaica? So that was end of 1672. So mid 1673.
Going back to his military, military-esque thoughts and the way Morgan thinks. He may not have been raised military, but he had good military intentions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Vaughan was not the governor during this time. I actually don't remember who was acting in Modiford's place when he was imprisoned. I don't have that written down, and I don't remember. Vaughan was actually named governor when Morgan was named lieutenant governor. So
who
they were both in England.
In other words, you don't have who was governor while they were in England?
Yeah, I don't have that written down, and I don't remember. All I know is that they were going through some serious issues down there and all that. But
it wasn't the Duke of Albemarle?
No, that was at the end. I don't know who was before Vaughan. Lynch was before Vaughan.
I may have this on the wrong side.
Oh shit! That's the right side, right there. That's the side we're on.
This is the front. Yeah, I'm way.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll post it in the community tab. We're not going to draw it out right now.
Yeah.
But Vaughan was named governor and Morgan was named lieutenant governor. And let's just put it this way. Vaughan was not happy to the point where both of them...
Not that it really matters who was governor while they were gone.
Although it is kind of hilarious. By the time that they left England and they both sailed back on their own respective ships, Vaughan was like, make sure you stay in sight and we sail together. Morgan, being the military man, he was always like, yeah, forget you. Bye. He got to Jamaica before Vaughn and was literally acting governor for a week before Vaughn showed up.
Yeah.
So,
So again, acting governor.
That was his first acting governorship. And we're also at 9:00.
Next number.
Next number.
What is the next number?
Next number is 0106. 0106. Remember, email us at info@parlay8.com with that 4-digit number or the one from the 15-minute mark, and you will get a nice sticker to put on your vehicle and support us and hopefully support us in other ways. So, hey, thank you for being our subscribers. So yeah, Vaughn couldn't stand Morgan, obviously. Broadside! Hoy! Good timing, mate.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Welcome aboard. Broadside's part of one of the cannons. One of us crazy old people. So obviously Vaughn did not like Morgan. And the fact that Morgan was like, I'm gonna put it to you and be governor for a week. That was just icing on the cake.
Week.
And then Vaughn had this conspiracy theory. He thought that Morgan was just out to like screw him.
It's aliens.
It's aliens. It was aliens.
Aliens did it.
It was aliens.
Where are we at on this?
It's right here. It's right here. It was aliens.
Oh yeah.
Were you trying to read with your old man glasses?
I can't fucking read this thing. I
Hey,
don't even know why
I got some notes right there too.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You good?
Yep.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. Just roll with me here. Roll with me. In bigger letters. I promised next week I would make it bigger. This was an experiment, and I put a lot of information on
if
here.
If I had my old man glasses, I'd be all right. But
you know what would work? Your period accurate glasses, which are where?
In that box buried down there.
Are they in the big P8 box?
Yeah. Oh. With that, or they're in our personal box?
Oh,
one of the two. Probably in our personal.
So what you're not seeing is we have a bunch of crates in the front of the bar with a bunch of our stuff that's ready for encampment.
Yeah, it's off camera.
And we got even more crates that he's been building in the garage.
If you
plans to come soon,
visit us on our website or our Facebook page.
Plans coming soon.
You'll see it soon because we're about to post about all that stuff.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know. So Vaughn was an asshole. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
Then Vaughn. Okay, so that was 73. Vaughn was then replaced by Carlisle. Carlisle was kind of a cool dude, man. Carlisle was actually a Morgan friend.
On March of 1678, he left Morgan again as acting governor until July of 1678.
Yeah.
So again,
Morgan became acting governor. Owner says hi.
He just kind of slides
Owen.
right in
Hi,
there.
Owen. And the reason why Carlisle left is because of how Lynch and Vaughn screwed up so bad on Jamaica with the way they did the laws and everything. Not Modiford, Lynch and Vaughn, that they said that Jamaica wasn't allowed to make their own laws. And obviously the whole council and everything didn't like that. So Jamaica was like, no, we're not going to agree with this. So finally, Carlisle figured he'd be better off if he went to London to plead the case. So he left his good friend Morgan in place, and he actually left him an 800-pound stipend while he left out of his own salary.
Ooh.
So Carlisle paid him because he trusted him, which gives the difference of Vaughn thinking Morgan's trying to fuck him, and then Carlisle like, hey, you're awesome, dude. Here's an extra stipend. And then that's where everything kind of turns into pieces.
Yeah.
What was
was you're saying? And we got the says Lynch, and because of Lynch and Vaughn, Jamaica is no longer allowed.
Those are the laws. That's why Carlisle left.
They're no longer allowed to make rules.
So Carlisle left to do the petition, leaving Morgan as acting governor. I'm sorry. Yes. So when Vaughn left,
Motiford dies.
Vaughn left to wait for Carlisle to come in place. Morgan was acting as governor, and then Carlisle left in 1680 to go petition on it.
And then Motiford died.
And Motiford died in 1679. But he was cleared. He was released from the Tower of London. He had friends in very high places, and he was released. So thankfully, the good man did not die in Tower of London, because that would have been just an awful, awful, awful death.
That would be awful.
So when Carlisle left to go plead his thing, Morgan was now Justice of Peace, Judge of Admiral Court, Vice Admiral, Colonel, Commandant of the Port Royal Regiment, and Lieutenant Governor of Jamaica, as well as acting governor. What's the saying?
Are you paying attention?
What's the saying? I am the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
And that is what this man was. And then he put everybody he knew into the places of the council. And it's not to say it was corrupt at all.
Because who wouldn't? Any leader is going to put in people he knows and trusts
and support
around him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, of course he's going to do that.
But he took his role very seriously at this point.
He did. He took it very seriously, and it's almost like when he's in this period, he never, you could almost say he never really thought of himself as a pirate.
No, I don't think he never did. He was pissed off when Espelon even called him that.
Yeah, and then he got into the politics of Jamaica and the governorship and where we're at now and where he's at now. And you can see that he took this position seriously.
He saw the future in Jamaica, and he saw that the future was in trade and not in piracy. Oh my God, what other movie theme have we thought about with this? Hey, new theme. Movies and shows.
What?
Movies and shows? What other?
Black Sails?
Yes. I think you actually got it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I prepped you good this week.
But what I was saying is, at this point in his career, if you want to call it that, if you look back, he never really thought of himself as a pirate. Everybody else may have. We may have.
It's a piece of paper.
But he, looking at it from his perspective, he never thought of himself as a pirate. So when he took the governorship or when he took these positions of power, he actually performed them to the best of his ability, and
he performed them admirably, and he performed them as a honest man,
as an Englishman.
We'll say, he's a Welshman.
Yeah,
he's not an Englishman, but to the point of is that he was very honest with it. For example, there was a ship that was anchored off the coast of one of the ports, and they didn't come in and they didn't go out. They were just kind of sitting there. And Morgan, being the privateer he was, realized that they were probably privateers. So he sent a dispatch out there to invite them to the governor's house to have dinner and talk. And then as more he regaled about his days as a privateer, these guys started going loose lips, sink ships, and basically talked about how the Spanish were ripe for the picking on these ships and that. And they crashed at the governor's house. And the following morning, Morgan had them arrested. And then, lo and behold, he is the judge, and he judged them. And just short of being an executioner, he had them hung. He's the one that didn't at least pull the lever to hang them, but it was all that. Glenn says there should be a Lieutenant Governor Morgan style rum out there. I think they call that the private stock. Private stock Captain Morgan rum. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but that might be what it's for.
It should be Governor Morgan rum,
Should
not
be a
Captain
Governor-
Morgan.
Well, Admiral Morgan is probably more of the right term, but
Military-wise, yeah.
military-wise. So yeah, that was it. He really took his job seriously. So that was what
when he was
doing.
in that position.
Yeah. Then Lynch returned to Jamaica. So Lynch was governor before Modiford, and before Morgan was given all these letters, Mark doing all these things. So Lynch returned, who was friends with Vaughn, obviously, and had this big conspiracy theory that Morgan was out there to basically screw him and do all of this. So he came and basically he stripped Morgan of his lieutenant governor roles and then started.
So now he's not governor.
But he's still on the council.
Not governor, but still on the council.
But then Lynch started picking all these guys, all these people he knew, Morgan knew, off of the council till it was just Morgan. And then finally by 1684, Morgan was done. So by 1684, there was no more. So really from 16, not 1684, 16, 16. Where am I getting wrong? 1684.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because 1682, I'm sorry. 1682, he was stripped of his governorship. In 1684,
Lynch died.
Yeah.
1684.
Yeah, and then by 1684, everybody was off of the council. So that's what I was losing my dates on. And then, and you're right, then he died. Fucking asshole.
But did you die?
He did! He died. Died an awful death. He died.
But did you die?
He died, and when he died, he left a man named Molesworth.
Molesworth.
That sounds like some kind of 007 Bond. Molesworth. Or I mean, he does sound like a 007 like evil. Just stop it. Just stop. I'll give you a mole protruding off of your nose. So Molesworth, yeah. So he left when he died. Molesworth was left in charge. Molesworth just sounds like a 007. Stop. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done. Then came the Duke of Albemarle.
Yeah, but during this time is when that's when the suing came. When Morgan sued Esquemelan. Esquemelan, the guy who liked to exaggerate. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So Duke came in. Duke is the new governor of Jamaica on The Price is Right. Because we're on to 4 in less than 10 years? Yeah, 4 in 10 years.
Yeah.
Because you had Vaughn, Carlisle, Lynch, Molesworth.
Vaughn, Carlisle, Lynch, Molesworth.
Yeah, Vaughn, Carlisle, Lynch, Molesworth, and then Duke Albemarle in 5 years. In 10 years, you had 5.
See, I told you. Be paying attention because things are happening.
That's insane. So Duke of Albemarle comes in, total friend of Morgan, loved him to death, trying to get him reinstated. He doesn't get reinstated. And then keeps pushing. And finally, the word comes in that Morgan can be reinstated to the council, which is what Morgan really wanted. For all the effort and time he put forward, that he put into the Jamaica and what he has done, he just wanted to get back on councilor. He was hurt not being lieutenant governor. He just wanted to be on the council.
Yeah. And then...
Well, that was the last time that he was seen in public, too. And then,
who? The Duke?
No, Morgan.
Oh.
And that was 1688. So you think 1687, the Duke was named governor. July.
The who?
The Duke was named governor.
Okay. You said it sounded like you said something different. Sorry.
And Morgan was reinstated in July 1660. 1688.
88. Yes.
And then Morgan died August 1688. So like less than a month and a half later, he passed away. And then the Duke passed away in October. Was not seeing that.
So they passed. So Morgan died first, then the Duke died, then
I don't know because I stopped reading.
Then who cares?
I don't care. I didn't care after that.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I didn't care. And guess what? What do we want to care about? It's 9:15. We're at the 45-minute mark. Next number is 0208. If you are watching this and you hear those 4-digit numbers 0208, email us at info@parlay8 for your own sticker. Put it on your car.
Do it now.
Do it. And to cap off this incredibly up and down story of Captain Morgan,
right?
Is you've heard us talk about the past. In 1692, Jamaica was rocked by that earthquake and tsunami, which they're pretty convinced that Morgan's grave was washed away into the ocean.
Washed out to sea.
More. Anyway. So here is a toast to Captain Morgan.
Since we're drinking his rum.
So he has been a fascinating.
So
yeah.
Oh, the Duke. Yeah, the Duke died. So we don't know who. We didn't go as far as to find out.
I am not kidding. I stopped reading. I have read. Okay. My resources.
We take this up to 1688. We don't know who was governor after the Duke of Albemarle.
Morgan brought the storm. You're right. He brought the storm. Actually, it is kind of sad when you start thinking about what Jamaica turned into in Port Royal at the point where the earthquake happened.
All this work he did.
Yeah.
It was just.
It's kind of sad.
Washed away.
And you really start thinking about black sails and the idea with Eleanor Guthrie and Flint.
Yeah, if you took the idea and the plot of Black Sails and applied it to Port Royal,
I think you
kind of a similar situation. It's unfortunate.
I wonder if that's where they got the idea for that.
Well, I can't imagine that.
It's Nassau. They're talking about
Nassau didn't have a similar situation going on. It was just a different place, but in a different time.
Conversation to be discussed in the future.
Basically, Port Royal was kind of the lead up to Nassau, I would assume, because, after the earthquake and the tsunami and all that.
Where were they to go?
Port Royal really didn't.
Port Royal, I don't think ever recovered from that. It ended up being
not really.
Tortuga. Was definitely, and Tortuga is talked about a lot during the time
and Tortuga is actually a real place.
Yeah.
So don't think that just because Pirates of the Caribbean talked about it and that it was like something that was made up.
Very active during this time period with Morgan, because that's where they would actually go from Jamaica and Port Royal to Tortuga to get the French buccaneers and privateers.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, Tortuga was actually a real place.
Mm-hmm.
Nassau was also a up-and-coming pirate haven.
Because it
was
1750.
It took over after Port Royal kind of went by the wayside and after the earthquake and the tsunami.
Mm-hmm.
So Nassau became the pirate republic.
Yeah, with Hornigold and Blackbeard,
and which was all during the Golden Age. So,
I have always said, Golden Age piracy was from 1680 to 1750. There was just two waves.
Mm-hmm.
You had the early wave, and then you had that moment of peace. And that moment of peace was when actually England wasn't fighting anybody.
You got peace, pirates.
Yeah.
You have pirates, peace.
And then pirates. And we like the pirates. We don't like the peace. Screw the peace. Wow, this is a new one. I don't recognize that song.
It's keeping on.
All right.
Keeping on.
So, and that concludes our 3 weeks of Captain Henry Morgan. A lot of research went into this. Ballas obviously was looking through and seeing what some of the YouTubers on the channels were talking about with the shows. I did a lot of more of the black and white research with the reading. Pirate King by Thomas Graham is one of the main.
It's a big source that we use.
He was probably one of the main sources I used.
Yeah. So thanks to him.
Dudley Pope, who's another author from the early 1900s. That was the map we showed you guys last week that I also posted on the community. Pirate Podcast is another huge one that we listened to and watched.
And if you guys love what we do, Pirate Podcast is a great
Matt.
Yeah, we should put a link in the.
I'll put one of the links to. I'll put a link to one of the shows in the description of one of them.
And only one of the shows, because he does a whole series on Morgan.
I think there was at least 8, because obviously he's been trying to go in sequential order, and I think there was at least episodes, and each episode is a minimum of a half hour. So what we've covered in 3 weeks, in 3 hours of us bullshitting and making fun of each other and all the stupid stuff and talking with you guys, he's covered in 8 weeks in those minimum of half-hour episodes.
So check it out, definitely. It's Pirate Podcast.
Yeah, it's the Pirate Podcast. Like I said, we'll put it in the description.
And it's great. And even anything pirate, subscribe to that channel, because he's awesome.
I listen to him a lot. If you
want to know anything about pirate history, that guy is amazing.
He does really good in chronological order, very much storytelling, not so much of the banter.
And it's something you can listen to on the way to work, in your car, whatever. Mm-hmm. If you're falling asleep to it, it's good. It's a good podcast. It's really cool.
What else did I research? Obviously, we joked around with Josh Gates. I didn't have to watch that research. We had seen that show a long time ago, and we love it. I did not read Alexander S. Mullen's stuff. I didn't dig anything out from there. I'm trying to think what other resources I got. And then obviously I dabbling through the website and everything. Smithsonian is where I found out about the Satisfaction. I did take a little clip from our show on episode 2 about, was it the Satisfaction they found? And me trying to say what the Spanish ship was. And I posted a link on it from Smithsonian. So a lot of those information's down there. We will always try and share as much as the resources we pull from in our links for you guys if you're ever interested. If you guys ever have questions, please feel free to ask. Yeah. We only touch on very little. I have lots of information, and we have had to start changing how we do the show because of all the information we have, and we want to make sure it's right. Yeah, even though we're being like dumb, we want to make sure the info's right.
We may act stupid sometimes, but we try and get the information we put out to you guys accurate. So
make history fun.
Yes.
And obviously we got to talk about us, because it's our channel.
It's us.
You got to know about our drama. We talked about Captain Morgan's drama. Hey, what about Ballas and Lash's drama? This is our drama.
We got to start with ours, then end with everybody else.
We start with our drama. So, again, thank you to everybody who has subscribed and gotten us to 100. Here is to another 100. to an awesome season. We're only through the first quarter of it. Next month, we only got the first 2 episodes figured out.
That's what's going to be fun.
It'll be a good one. Obviously, we try to make it good. Try to figure out what makes us interested. We are going to try and do other videos other than our live streams coming up onto the channel in the next month or so. You might see something more from my side. My Undressing a Pirate series. Hopefully I got your attention on that one. And then Ballas is working on
this guy.
Wood plans
Yeah.
of the new box crate he just built that will be selling on our website. So February, you'll see more new products coming up from us. We had 4 or 5 new items this past January. Hopefully that'll be our goal. Just 4 or 5 items a month.
We're trying to come out with new stuff for the website. Keep it fresh.
Keep you guys interested. So we're only here for what you guys want to hear. So please let us know. Absolutely thrilled to have as many of you guys. Tobin! Dude, 4 minutes. What are you, short on time?
Hi, Damon. Have a drink.
Have a drink.
Toast. Toast to the Tobin.
We are super excited about our season started and everything we got going on. Cheers, mate. And positive love and everything to all of our followers, everybody who watches us. Think happy thoughts. It's corny as hell, but think happy thoughts, silver lining on the side. Nothing as bad. It can't rain all the time. I will use all those movie quotes. But my favorite line I will use is, until next time, fair winds and following seas.
Following seas, yeah.
Following seas, following sails.
Oh.
We want to change the sails? We'll just be like pirates and just change it up. Love you guys too. Thank you. And wait a minute. My other favorite saying is #drink more rum. See you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.